Hello, my honeys. This is Kamara, the Black Dove Oracle. How are you? So, my honeys, we are here for another audio-only channeled message. Pick a card message because you are going to have timestamps in the description box below. If you are a continued subscriber, let me tell you, I love you. Thank you for your continued support of this brand new channel. I thank you for your comments. I thank you for your consistency in giving me a thumbs up. I thank you for just all the love that you show, your emails, you purchasing personal readings from me. So, I mean, it's all amazing support. If you are brand new here, my name is Kamara. I am a psychic medium and I channel spirit. I channel my ancestors as well as the divine ancient Sibyls who were the original oracles of this world. So thank you all for joining me here. If you happen to resonate with any of the readings, channeled messages that you're about to hear, could you please take a moment to like, to comment, to subscribe, even share if you are inclined. And if you would like a personal reading, because this will be collective, you can always go to my brand new website, which is www.blackdoveoracle.com, and secure your personal reading. I've been really appreciating those who have been reaching out for their readings. Thank you so much. If you ever want to collab or you've got some business ideas that you think we'd be perfect for together in unison, then my email is blackdovedreamer@gmail.com. Okay, my honeys, that's all the stuff. Let's get down to this channeled message because it's about why their name is in, why your name. I said, ooh, why their name? Oh, that's interesting. Why is your name in their mouths? And this doesn't always have to be negative, but you all, there are people who are talking. There are people in which your name is coming up in their conversations. And this would just be interesting for the curious on a Friday evening when I'm recording this. But it is a timeless reading. Let's go to group number one because I have something to share here. So group number one, I got to tell you, when I was shuffling and preparing the cards, because I do my prayers and then I smudge everything and I shuffle and clear the energies of all the decks, there was one deck that I have. What's the name of this deck? The Wild Reflections deck. I was shuffling that deck and I realized I saw like a couple of cards in there that didn't belong to the deck. And I was all like, oh, how did that happen? So I kept trying to like shuffle to find the cards because I only saw the glimpse of them. And it would like took me a while to find these cards from another deck. And when I found them, guess what cards they were, group number one? They were the Lovers and the Four of Pentacles. And Spirit was like telling me in a not so subtle way, these are the opening cards. So group number one, their name, your name. Why do I keep saying their name? This is interesting too, because I think there's something about it. I think group number one, you might also be talking about these people. We're going to find out. We're going to dig deep. So group number one, why is your name in their mouths? Because I definitely get that it's about two or more people. I would say looking at your avatar, which you all can switch around these avatars as you please because they're here for your visual pleasure. But group number one, I see three like beings, three energies, and I'm kind of feeling like it's a small group. It could even possibly be a slightly larger group, like 4 or 5 people. But for sure, it's definitely two or more. And your name is coming up right now in regards to a relationship. And money. Okay. Okay. So let's see, group number one. What are they talking about? Ooh. Okay. This group of people are talking about gambling. Like someone has a gambling addiction. Someone has been using their money in a very kind of interesting way. Ooh, and as a result, someone might be moving because of the way that they've been spending money and having bad finances. This is interesting. So we're going to find out, how do you fit into this group number one? Because some people are spreading rumors. It really does feel like they're spreading rumors about a particular person's relationship. And it has to do with them having an addiction to something. It could be shopping, it could be actual gambling, like going to a casino or playing the gambling online, which I think is still a thing. I don't even know. But some people are saying, yeah, that in a way, oh, I'm starting to, ooh, okay, we've got Pandora's box and the skeletons in the closet. And we have three witches. See, I'm telling you, there's three people talking about this. But you know what's interesting, group number one? Because I kept getting why their name is in your mouth. I think, group number one, and please do not shoot the messenger, group number one. Just fess up. I think you clocked something. You clocked something in someone's relationship. And while this person has been trying to make it seem as if everything is okay in their relationship, you clocked something about their partner or them that has to do with their money habits. Something in the way that they've been spending money, something in the way they've been making purchases, or maybe something in the way that they've been making trips to the casino, or whatever it is. You have clocked that someone is in some financial trouble. And this financial trouble is leading for them to have to move, maybe downsize, maybe move quickly because they can't pay the rent. Wow, this is serious. And I think you this is my psychic group. I could tell you right now because I got the three witches. This is my psychic group. And group number one, I know it's going to sound maybe to some people like I'm here for the tea, but this isn't me. But guess what? You picked up on something psychically, and you might have tried to even confirm it with some other people who are psychic as well, or empathic, who are close to you. This could be about some family members, actually. This is what I'm seeing, because there seems to be a likeness among the people who are talking, like their family members. And this is about someone who's married. This is also about someone who has been trying to keep this secret about their partner or theirs spending habits. So let's go to why this came up. Why is this coming up, group number one? Because by you having their name in your mouth, they are now having your name in their mouths. Do you see, like, there's some kind of circular motion that's happening? because this person feels as if you have outed them when they wanted to keep that secret very close to their chest. But here's the thing, I don't think you actually were the catalyst of that. I think you were observing the obvious, because they are now having to move. And maybe they're making it seem as if the move is just something they want to do. It has something to do with their ability to find another place now, move to a different part of town. But you are catching the lie, group number one. You see Four of Pentacles in reverse, that they can't hold on to their finances. Maybe someone has even asked you to borrow some money because they need extra money to move. Wow. Now, I don't think group number four, why did I say group number four? That's interesting. There might be a message there. But group number one, I don't think you were the one to out these people. I don't think you outed them. I think you had a conversation with some people that were close to you. And you know how conversations go, especially in families. Yeah. Someone in your family said, wait, what? They're having financial problems, or what? There's a gambling issue. Like someone reacted in a very huge way. It could have triggered them. And then they just went to the other people in the family and kind of said what you were observing. I kind of get that group number one, you may have, yeah, Five of Cups here. You may have trusted the wrong person in your family, because that person doesn't seem to want to keep this low key. They seem, because this is what Spirit is saying. That person who doesn't want to keep it low key was asked to lend somebody money, but they were told a different reason. So, group number one, it sounds like family drama. It may be friend drama, like good friend drama. Whoever this is about, you're close to, but I think you were bringing it up because you were worried. And I think someone, or maybe even a couple of people you told, are taking it and blowing it out of proportion. I don't know if they're blowing it out of proportion, but they are definitely making it a dramatic. I even hear traumatic event. Very interesting. Spirit said to look on the, yeah, this is a situation where someone is really finding it difficult to stabilize again because of some financial situation. And I think your concern was there, group number one. Yeah, you were just trying to hold space for that possibility. And you may have even been thinking, group number one, we're going to have to pull some money together. We're going to have to help them stay in their place, or whatever it was. But, unfortunately, there are other people that want to just take this in a more dramatic way. Yeah. So Spirit, I asked Spirit, what are we looking at here, group number one, for you? Because there's a way in which this is very circular. Gossip is hot right now in your circle. It's kind of like you're trying to stay in the energy of the angel. You're trying to stay in the energy of helping these people, while there are definitely people who are also wanting to impose their own agenda on these people, saying, oh no, if you all can't handle money, why are we giving you more? If you all can't handle money, we're going to have to be the ones that pay that rent. Or, like this person is going on some real deep control thing. It might be one or two people. And you are trying to stay in the energy of what is helpful, what is supportive. I think for some of you, because this is starting to get a little specific, there might be someone that with financial issues, because they either they went and got some plastic surgery. This might be someone who has like some addiction to shopping and, buying a lot of clothing and shoes. There's something there with someone's addiction. And yeah, it's bringing up a lot of issues externally, meaning their financial problems are starting to bring up everyone else's issues around money. There's some people who are very strict and rigid with their money, while there's other people who are not as strict and rigid. There may be other people in the family that are like, hey, I've had financial issues before and I was able to get out of it. It's like, why don't we help them? There's other people who are like, no, I feel like that's pouring our money down the drain. You can hear the energy of these conversations, group number one. But I think it is something to do with whoever is having the financial issue. They have been trying to hide it and they've been hiding it well. They've kind of disappeared out of the scene. They've kind of been laying low. They've been really kind of stressing on their own, probably. And for you, group number one, you're trying to prevent them from, diving even deeper into their financial despair. Spirit says that you are going to bring a sense of strength, know-how, maybe even skill. Maybe some of you are really good at budgeting. Some of you may know some way for this person to correct their credit. I think you have some kind of know-how or some networks that might be able to help this person. Maybe there's a nonprofit that helps people with their rent. There's something there where I think you, group number one, are going to be very useful to these people. I keep thinking it's people, like a couple. It could be one person. Lastly, Spirit is saying here that you're going to help them turn things around, group number one. You actually are. Because I think, you, even though this kind of went sideways in terms of like just kind of expressing your concern, and you may have just figured out, okay, that's where I went wrong. I should have just directly went to the people. But I think you're going to end up turning this around, helping them turn around, because maybe there's been some kind of ruptures because of the gossip, and you're just going to turn it around and really help them to get back on track, get out of shame and start making some moves to help their situation. Yeah, you will be seen as the person that you are, group number one, which is definitely a messiah. You definitely are a humanitarian, and it was never your intention to gossip at all. But somehow this kind of like, in a weird way, turned out to be just that. So group number one, that is why your name is in their mouth and why their name was in your mouth. Okay. If you resonate with any or part of this channeled message for group number one, could you please consider giving me a thumbs up? It's a way of helping me grow this brand new channel. And if you like the way that I channel messages and would like to hear more, please consider subscribing. This is your official invitation. And click that bell, because when you click that bell, you will get notified when I upload new channeled messages and tarot readings. So my honeys, group number one, if this is where we part, please put a dollar bill in the comment section as an emoji, because that'll help me know, like, you were like, yeah, dang, that did happen, or is happening. So yeah, put a dollar bill. We're reading this collectively, so it could have been a few different ways, but if you resonate with the theme of group number one, please do. And I will talk with you soon, my honeys. Take care. Hello, my honeys. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. And group number 2, this is your channeled message on why is your name in their mouths? We started off hot in group number 1. We started hot. So, group number 2, why is your name in their mouths? We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse. And we have the 4 of Pentacles upright. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles is in reverse. Okay. You know, these people, and I do get people, so more than a couple of folks, they're talking about possibly how you actually didn't suffer, group number 2, from a recent loss. And I really do feel like it's a recent loss of money. You may have been laid off from your job. You may have been fired, some of you. Take it where it resonates. You lost something. Maybe you lost a business deal. And these people are talking about how you don't seem that affected. In fact, they're talking about how you still seem like you're holding on to your money. You're doing the things that you're still used to be doing. So people are like, wow, group number 2 seems like their finances are okay. But they know that you went through something, some kind of loss with your job or the work that you do, because not everybody works for someone. It could have been a loss of a project. It could have been a loss, something that they expected for you to have a tower moment on. These people are talking about how you didn't even blink, group number 2. You didn't blink. Let's find out a little bit more, because they truly are surprised. They're like, oh, for some of you, and because Spirits had to mention it here with the bottom of the deck being 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it may have been something that people thought was going to ruin your career, and it actually didn't. Yeah, for somebody, Spirit is saying it didn't even touch you. Yeah. It's kind of interesting because I think these people are talking about how they don't have all the information. Like they heard maybe you're not included in something anymore, or someone's not working with you anymore, or you're not working at some place anymore, or you're not collaborating with someone anymore. And that's all they heard. They don't know the reason why. They don't have any other information. So I really get group number 2. This pile, they are trying to find out what happened. They have like literally a minimal amount of information. You could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They could be, you don't have to be, but you might be in this energy, which is, I'm only going to reveal information on the need to know basis. That is a quality of the air signs, because sometimes they like for people to deal in facts, and when they see people are not dealing in facts, they suddenly get quiet. They just let you assume whatever you're going to assume, because group number 2, you know what actually happened. Yeah. People thought you were going to have to like rearrange your life, that all of these bad things were happening, and there you are. Spirit is showing me you at the cafe just sipping on your espresso, looking unaffected. And maybe you're laughing. Maybe you're hanging out with friends, or you're hanging out with lovers. You're having a good time. You're like hugging up on people. Everything seems great. And these people are like, but how but that's because they don't have all the information. So group number 2, they're talking about how what happened to you was such a cold thing to happen, such a heartless thing to happen, because, they're starting to make up stories now. And they're starting to say, oh, if that had happened to me, I would be trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. And, I'm seeing group number 2 just living their life, like taking it as a vacation. Yeah, they're seeing you like maybe they're watching your social media. You're in Napa, group number 2, sipping on wine. You're going wine tasting. This could actually be people you used to work with, maybe a former boss for some of you. Ooh, we got the middle finger. Yes. I mean, group number 2, this might be specific for some of you, but these people, if you did work somewhere and you did get laid off or fired, these people were really wanting you to be devastated. They really wanted to see you stressed out. And group number 2, you gave them the middle finger and kept going. You're like living your life. And it's not an act. It's like you're genuinely happy. I'm hearing from spirit, if this is you, being out of that toxic situation. Because little do they know, you were more depressed, more anxious while you were working there, while you were in that environment, while you were in that partnership or collaboration. You were actually crying then. It was like spirit said, like, it's showing, like, once you left, it was like you found happiness again. And maybe some of you in group number 2 didn't even expect that. I mean, maybe you were worried about getting fired, but when it happened, you were like, oh, what a relief. What a weight off my shoulders. I mean, y'all, I'm old enough to have had those experiences myself, and I'm all like, dang, I thought getting laid off was going to be the worst thing that happened to me. And wow, it was the one thing that I needed to become more aligned with my life again. And group number 2, I think that's what happened to you. You said, listen, if I'm going to get fired or laid off, or if I'm going to lose this contract or this partnership, I think it's for the best. I want to be honest with myself. It just wasn't working. It wasn't aligning with me. And in doing that, I think people around you, you're also in some other people's mouths because they see how brave you are to really choose yourself. Group number 2. Some of you may have quit. I actually didn't mention that, but spirit was like, they could have quit too. So, I mean, some of you may have quit. And when you did, it was like you chose yourself. You may not have had another job lined up. You may not have had another project or contract lined up. You had to cut your losses, group number 2. And so the reason why you're kind of in a couple of different groups' mouths, because there's people who really admire you. They admire the way that you move. They admire how you took the high road, and then there's those people who really wanted to affect you. They wanted to affect how you could thrive, because they saw, I kind of get for some of you, and we can pull some cards around this. I get for some of you, if it was a toxic workplace, if it was a toxic kind of project, group number 2, these people saw how on top of it you were, regardless of all the shenanigans they were pulling, regardless of the way that they were treating you. They saw how on top of it you were, how you never got rocked, how you could always take actions. I'm seeing 2 of wands here. You were just still generous with them, even curious. All the roadblocks they tried to hand your way, you just kind of remained grounded. even though you may not have felt that way all the time, or you had to wait till you get home to like really kind of just release a lot of the tension, these people saw you, group number 2, as a Queen of Swords, and that made them dig in more. I'm hearing they wanted to bring you down a notch or two. They really did. But they didn't realize they were dealing with a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is never going to let you see them sweat. Queen of Swords is going to be like, and next? And what is next? Queen of Swords holds that sword and teaches and models to everyone what it means to never lose yourself, regardless of what people are putting you through, regardless of how people are trying to shift the narrative I'm hearing, regardless of how people are trying to spread rumors and affect your reputation. You stayed clearly on your throne. There will be a moment, group number 2, if it hasn't happened yet, where you will get to tell your version of the story. There will be. Spirit is making that very plain. And what's going to happen here is that you will find out that there was an upside down emperor behind a lot of this. For some of you, it will be to your surprise. This person was very crafty in not letting you know, what they were saying behind your back, what they were working on even behind your back. It's interesting. This person was really out because they saw you as competition. This person was really out to do the things that they saw you doing. And they wanted that for themselves. I keep seeing this person. They're in groups of people, but you're going to have your own opportunity. 8 of Swords was in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Even if you have some kind of really down thoughts, some sadness, maybe you're even recovering from betrayal, group number 2, Spirit is showing that you are not going to stay in this space very long. You are going to be given an opportunity to tell your story. And this story, people are going to be listening very carefully. It's not one of those things where you're kind of in passing having this conversation. This is a true formal sit down. People want to know what happened. So for some of you, wow, I don't know why Spirit is showing it to me this way, but for some of you, you may be going to court. You may be going to mediation. Yeah. Spirit is saying for some of you here, this is very specific. You may need to see this from a higher perspective, as in, was this actually illegal? Was something illegal happening? Know this, your guides, your ancestors are all over this. and maybe group number 2, you're thinking, how did that all happen? Don't worry. Your guides and your ancestors are like, there's something happening in the spiritual background you may not see right now, but it's going to work in your best benefit. That's what they're saying, group number 2. Couple more cards. Why is their name why is your name in their mouth? Through all of this, you have maintained your integrity. So there are, like I said, there's 2 different groups talking. You're in the mouths of people who really wanted to see your downfall, and you're also in the mouths of people who want to see the actions corrected. And these people are saying, no. Group number 2, I know who they are. They're stand-up. They're not this person they're being painted to be. And this has to come out. This has to be corrected, because group number 1 is not only an angel. Group number 1 is a queen, a goddess. Group number 1 is a leader. There's no way. Like someone really, if you look at the avatar, the being that's in the pink sweatshirt is like, no, I know group number 2. And this, I'm tired of it. We need to get to the bottom of this. Yeah. What's going to happen is that you are going to be given the opportunity to not only express what happened, but you're also going to be given new opportunities to work in the way that you want to work, group number 2, because I really think overall that was what was at the bottom of it. Someone wanted to maybe steal your work, make it seem as if they were the masterminds behind something. Someone just didn't like the way you were getting the attention, maybe. Whatever it was, group number 2, it's all going to work itself out. It really is. Because I think you are, some of you have underestimated your reputation. Some of you don't realize what a good reputation you have. This person, they tried to, who's trying to like speak ill of you, they don't understand. You have a good reputation with the right people. And from there, all will be corrected. All will be well. So group number 2, let me know if you resonate with any or all of this channeled message. Maybe you can put a, what would be like a scales. If you find an emoji that's like scales, balancing the scales, or a hammer, because there's some kind of legal thing going on, either scales or hammer, because I'm going to know group number 2, that's you. You know, they're not getting away with this, even though Spirit is saying it may seem like it right now. It may really seem like it, but they're not, group number 2. Something's turning around in your favor. There are conversations with your name in their mouth that's actually in your favor. Okay? If you want to subscribe to this channel, I would appreciate it. If you click that bell, you'll get notified when I upload new channeled messages. If this is where we part, group number 2, no, the tables will turn. Okay, my honeys. Hello, group number 3. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. And this is your channeled message. Why is your name in their mouths? Wow, group number 1 and 2. There was no playing there. These are even short and sweet, and they're to the point. So group number 1, why is your name in their mouths? Why is your name in their mouths? 6 of Swords. You all have left. Ooh, the Chariot. You have really left. And the Fool in reverse. Wow, bottom of the deck. 3 of Pentacles. So again, I think this might be career related. So group number 3, why your name is in their mouths is because you have left. And not only have you left subtly, you have left in a very big way. You have not only left physically, you have left spiritually, you have left mentally. You are no longer in a situation, group number 3, where your blinders are on. You've taken the blinders off. And it comes to something in regards to, I think, your career more than necessarily a particular like detailed work thing. I think this is more career oriented, as in the direction you're taking or had taken. But let's, hold back because Spirit says more cards are needed here. But you have taken off your blinders and you have left something. Quite clearly, you, something that you were in the dark about, is no longer there. You looked into something, you found something out, group number 3, and the reason why your name is in their mouths is because you know something. You went and investigated something. And when you found out, it was because you found out, actually, group number 3, by accident. You found out about something. It's weird because it says somebody is expecting, but Spirit is saying this could be symbolic. It's not necessarily about a pregnancy, but maybe it is. Hold on. Let's find out. You went looking into something, and when you found out what you needed to find out, group number 3, yeah, Page of Cups in reverse, Temperance upright, and 3 of Wands. Wow. Whatever you found out, group number 3, it was like a wrap for you. You were like, no. You know what? Spirit said, correction. This pregnancy card was in reverse. Okay. Wow. This is going to be specific for someone. But if you are in the form of a male or someone who can get someone pregnant, you went and investigated something about a pregnancy. It could have been about a birth. And you found out the truth. And the truth is, perhaps, and this is very specific, that the child wasn't yours. The pregnancy wasn't your pregnancy. Wow. And you had to take your blinders off. Yeah, 7 of Swords here, because you had to see something for what it is, especially a relationship. You had to see it for what it was. You are in the mouths of some people who really were hoping you would keep your blinders on, that you wouldn't look too deep into something. But, why did you? Because you are the King of Swords. You're in King of Swords energy. Something logically, I'm hearing from Spirit, factually, just didn't sit well with you, group number 3. This is interesting. If you are not a male or someone who could get someone pregnant, then this is you finding out something regarding a pregnancy, regarding maybe someone's child. But I'm really getting strongly, if you are in a relationship where you could get someone pregnant or have gotten someone pregnant in the past, yeah, this person was not only trying to trick you into claiming paternity, but they were also trying to attach themselves financially to you. Wow. And Spirit is saying here, group number 3, you had to use judgment. You had to take judgment. And Spirit also had to take judgment alongside you, I'm hearing, because Spirit was like, no, this is not going to happen. Spirit is saying here, yeah, you were perhaps really attracted to this person. You really may even be realizing now that your physical attraction could have blinded you to some things. But Spirit is saying, yes, you have set sail. Your ships are moving along, because group number 3, once you got whiff of this, you didn't stick around. And so the reason why your name is in their mouths, for some people, it's just you gave the middle finger to the whole situation, and you were just like, no, the fuck you gonna do this? I just had to say it. They're like, you're not gonna do this to me. And you could play somebody else the fool. And you didn't even, people are talking about how you didn't really, I think you were more angry and mad than you were sad. Because it didn't trigger in you some woundedness. It triggered a lot of anger. And you started to see that this game that people were playing, you were going to have the last laugh. I think you got to a place where you just got real strategic, group number 3. You're like, oh no. No, ma'am. No, sir. If you are in the feminine body, spirit is saying here that you could have gotten whiff of someone trying to get you pregnant. You could have gotten whiff of how this person plays games like that. You could have gotten whiff by looking into some kind of past relationship they had, and you were like, oh no, let me leave this. This is not even for me either. So there's something there, especially around someone who is trying to trap someone. Very interesting. What else, Spirit? Yeah. I mean, the reason why your name is in their mouths too, I think when it comes to general community, maybe your friends, is that they felt like you have so much heart that it's easy for you to be taken advantage of. But I think what they didn't understand, group number 3, even the people who set out, this person who set out to kind of trap you, they didn't understand that your heart is one thing. But when you see the truth, you're going to institute your boundaries quite immediately. You're not a sap. You do trust your instincts. You do allow for yourself to be vulnerable and let people see how much you care. But once you're very clear on some kind of games, you're no longer, and you're not a person to stay in that pattern. You're going to change the pattern. You're going to release. And that's exactly what you did. People are talking about how clear you were, how like you didn't bat an eye. You were just like, no, this isn't for me. For whatever reason you did what you did, this is not for me. I need people in my life that I can trust. And yes, you did. I keep seeing the detective here. Like, you went out and you started observing what was really happening. You started to observe this person's true nature, because they really took a gamble that you wouldn't use your intuition in this situation. But guess what? You did. This person could have had a really nice body. You could have been very attracted to them. Yeah. And they really saw you as a prize, group number 3. They saw you as a king. They saw you as someone with some, like with a future, someone who's a leader. Yeah. But, here's the real truth of it all. They just wanted to hang. They weren't, in truth, they weren't who they were. They were shape-shifting, but also they were just looking for a ride, a ride in life. Yeah. I mean, this person might come to you with some kind of sad story, because they really do feel like you're a rescuer of theirs. They may come to you with some kind of sad story about being abused, and this is why they had to, they felt so desperate and all this other stuff. But this person is really about their own pleasure. You're good. I mean, I think you saw group number 3 that this person, the decisions they make are based on pleasure. They're not based on looking out for themselves. This person wants to be rescued from their own chaos, but you're not the one. And I don't think you'll ever be the one, because once your trust is broken, there's really not much more, group number 3, that you're going to look at. And, if you're in the feminine form and you're still listening to this, it was really like people are talking about how this person does really sneaky things in intimate situations, things that can be interpreted as, assault. You know what I'm saying? So you are glad that you turned up what the information you did, that you got really straight about who this person was, because you weren't going to be trapped, group number 3. So regardless of gender, identity, whoever you all were messing with, they were hoping to tie themselves to you. And yeah, your name is in a few people's mouths because you escaped that. And they're like, whew, I'm glad group number 3 escaped that. Yeah, I saw that person coming from behind the curtain, and I knew group number 3 was going to be in trouble. But some of them, Spirit is saying some of them could have said something to you about this person, but it's okay. I mean, you follow your instinct, group number 3. So you weren't going to be made out to be a fool. You weren't going to be made out to be a victim. I think it is having you look closer at some of the people around you, though, because they kind of knew about this person's MO. So that's kind of interesting. But, like it was said earlier, Spirit was going to look out for you. Spirit was going to tap you on the shoulder, group number 3. So group number 3, if you resonate with any or part of this message, I know it seemed very specific, but if you did, you might want to put a baby in the comments. Just put a baby in the comments and we'll know. And if you can give me a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. It helps me grow this brand new channel. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. You click that bell and you get notified when I upload new channeled messages. Group number 3, I'm glad you escaped that. But Spirit was saying all over, Spirit's like, our hands were all over it. Like you were going to escape that. You have a deeper purpose. Okay, group number 3. Peace. Hello, group number 4. How are you? This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and this is your channeled message. Why is your name in their mouths? This has been pretty intense readings. I think it's always the shorter ones. These are not long readings. It's like Spirit is getting to the point on many of these. So group number 4. Why is your name in their mouths? Why? Let's see. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have the Ace of Swords upright. And we have the King of Swords upright. Spirit said one more card. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Group number 4. The reason why your name is in their mouths is something to do with you deciding against something that everybody thought was something you really wanted. I think you upset the game. You upset something because everybody expected for you, group number 4, to take this, whatever it was, like an offer. Could be the offer of a job. It could have been an offer of a relationship. There was something you were supposed to act on, and Spirit is saying with this Ace of Swords, you did the right thing. You turned something down. Let's see. What was it, Spirit? Ooh, you turned down a gold digger. Wow, you turned down a relationship with someone. You might want to check out group number 3, but I think this is different. You turned down something with someone who wanted something from you, most likely money. Either you're a water sign or they are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Spirit is saying here that yeah, you might have been engaged to this person, group number 4. Take it where it resonates. You might have been just partnered with this person, but for some of you, you may have gotten engaged. You may have stepped up to that point. But there was something about their communication. Yeah, you got the spy card here. There was something they said that you just couldn't let go, group number 4. You were like, why did they say that? And it may have even happened during the last Mercury in retrograde. That's what Spirit is saying, but let's just keep digging. These are collective readings, y'all, so take it where it resonates. There was something this person said that really hurt you. It really got to you. It wasn't that usual, couples bicker, they might argue. There was something this person said that just rocked you. It made you sad. It was like, I don't know why this is so specific. It could have been around the full moon. I think we just had one recently. I mean, we're always having one. Yeah, this sent you. I don't know if you showed this person this group number 4, but this rocked you. You might have had to kind of take some time to yourself, because it really may have broken your heart what this person said. It was something they said. It was most definitely something they said. What else, Spirit? Yeah. I think whatever they said, they really tried to walk it back. They really did. I think they may have even thought they walked it back, but they didn't, did they, group number 4? Because what it did was that you started to wonder, hey, is this a game? Like, hold on. Is this how you really think about me? And so group number 4, why your name is in their mouths is because I think you just canceled something. You were like, oh, heck no, am I going to be... Yeah, the death card just showed up. The reason why your name is in a few people's mouths is that they heard that this engagement was called off, or that you broke up with someone, or that you are just no longer speaking to this person. And it may feel like night and day for some people who are gossiping about this or talking about this, because not everybody's gossiping. They're just concerned. Some people, I'm feeling the energy of concern for some people. I hear the energy of gossip for others. But all of them are saying you are a straight up Queen of Wands. They're like, oh, this was like a Queen of Wands move. You lit that fire. You let that whole relationship on fire, and you let it burn to the ground. And you rose up like a phoenix, group number 4. Really, quite literally, that is another reason why your name is in their mouths, because they're seeing you stay in your power. In fact, after this, because take it where the timeline resonates, y'all. After this, you didn't even... you just rose up financially. Like you just focused on something else, like your coin. You focused on the kind of life you wanted to live, the kind of relationships you wanted to have, and people are talking about how you made a major comeback. For some of you, this relationship might have Ace of Swords. I was about to say, Spirit is saying, for some of you, this relationship was your catalyst to bigger and better things. The end of this relationship was your catalyst to bigger and better things. Spirit wanted me to correct myself, and I see. Spirit is saying the end, this experience of this relationship, this particular game, you ending it, you choosing yourself, group number 4, very interesting, because you may be interested in group number 1. Because in group number 1, I said group number 4 by accident. And I was like, why did I say group 4? There may be something in there because you chose yourself, group number 4. And people are talking about when you did that, you became the star. I mean, literally. For some of you, you even found a new relationship, or you will be a King of Cups. But that's just on the bottom of the deck. It doesn't have to be like here and now, it could be in the future. Spirit is saying here, the reason why you are in their mouths, your name is in their mouths, group number 4, is that you are thriving now. After that, what seemed to be a devastating ending, you're thriving, and they don't know how you're doing it. They really literally don't know. The moon card is here. They're like, how did that even happen? There's one moment where group of 4 is like engaged, getting ready to get married, and the next moment, group number 4 is like healing and thriving and doing the things they need to do. I mean, people are their minds are blown, group number 4. But see, I think how you would explain it, group number 4, always, is that you have a protective energy around you. You have ancestors and spirit guides who really look out for you, group number 4. And you even accredit your spirit guides and your ancestors to waking you up to something. Because the minute they said what they said, it just snowballed into you really having to recognize something about them and choose yourself. It is very similar to group number 1. I think where it's different in group number 1 is that it could have been, for group number 1, a work situation. This is definitely a relationship. This is somebody you thought you were going to have a really solid partnership with. Yeah. This relationship too, it was one of high stakes, which is why it's not a small thing, group number 4, because you two were potentially a power couple. You two were merging your networks together, business wise, community wise. There was something here, even group number 4, about how you were just in so much love energy with this person. You were just giving, you were connecting this person. Ooh, I'm hearing from spirit, you were connecting this person, maybe even business wise. Like you were making sure this person was ensured success through your context. I mean, you could tell me, group you could tell me, group number 4, but I want to know what happened when you left this, because it feels like your networks, yeah, this person, it could have been a third party situation with this person. Yeah, it just, something they said kept replaying over and over in your mind. And it led you to find out about a third party. And it just turned you cold. It turned you cold. There was nothing this person could do to recover any part of the relationship. Yeah. No. They wanted to take a time out. You were like, no, it's okay. We're done. We're done. And they, some people, according to this person, you were cold. You didn't give them a chance to explain anything. And you were just like, no, what is there to explain? I think you were very decisive, group number 4. And Spirit is saying, once you went into that Queen of Wands energy and burnt it all down, you just found a new lease on life. You really truly did. It did hurt you. Even you would say that, group number 4, to all these people who are kind of talking about the outcome. It did hurt. It hurt for a minute. But for you, group number 4, you, like group 3, you were very grateful for your guides, your ancestors, for waking you up, for helping you to see what you needed to see. So people are talking about how much courage you have, how much strength you have, how strong you are, how immediately you took action, and how you didn't try to hide what had happened. You weren't trying to, save face in this situation. You weren't even trying to go around looking like you weren't sad or devastated. Like, you let people see your pain, group number 4, but you also let people see your aftermath, your rise, your success, your ability to move on, your ability to heal. And in that, you have new beginnings beyond any of their imagination. Wow. So, group number 4, if you resonated with any or part of that channeled message, can you put a fire emoji in the comments? Because you had to take that Queen of Wands energy and set that whole situation on fire, burn it down. And so if you resonate with this and you want to give me a thumbs up, it really does help me grow this brand new channel. I really would appreciate your support. I experienced a little bit of slowdown with YouTube because I was complaining about people harassing me with their stuff, and I guess that just slowed down my channel. But now I know, don't complain to YouTube. But anyway, if this is where we part, group number 4, for real, you're a badass, and that's why your name was in their mouths. You're a badass. Whether many people respected you, that's the respect coming out of this. Okay, my honeys, I'll see you all in the next